I want your money, I'm strapped for cash. I need your money, too lazy to get a job. Give me your money, I'm not being funny. Give me your money today.
This is a brilliant work of satire. It's my new favourite show.
Well, kids, your old pal the Wizard of Snark is at a loss. When last we convened here, I sang the praises of Masters of the Universe Revelation, which is currently being review-bombed on Rotten Tomatoes by the same idiots who lambasted the She-Ra reboot for being too rainbow, surprising absolutely no one. I need a breather. I need some pure, uncut happy injected directly into my eyeballs. A Dragon Quest movie. That'll do. That'll do very nicely. Again, surprising absolutely no one, that
perennial series of Japanese role-playing games, or JRPGs, that is a cult favorite in the West but a cultural institution in its native Japan, owed in no small part to art direction from none other than Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama. And my favorite movie critic, the great MovieBob Chipman, has described this 2019 release, which made its way to Netflix late the same year, as nothing less than a JRPG passion play, an object of religious iconography made for the faithful, that an outsider is just not meant to be able to follow in any conventional sense. Which may sound like an objectively negative critique, but I am the choir this movie is preaching to me. And I began my odyssey into the Dragon Quest franchise with its 8th numbered installment, first released on the PS2 and re-released on the 3DS. For the record, Dragon Quest Your Story is a retelling of the tale of the 5th game in the franchise, Dragon Quest V: Hand of the Heavenly Bride. The multi-generational tale of a young hero, the son of a deposed warrior king laid low by an evil priest that also kidnapped our hero's mother in order to use her special heaven magic to unlock the seal on a powerful world-ending archfiend, and his trials and tribulations from birth to childhood to adulthood to eventually becoming the father of a hero in his own right. Along the way, our hero quests for a magic sword he believes only the Zenithian hero can wield while assembling his party, making creature friends like Percy the Saber Cat and Gutrud the Slime, and gaining the skills and abilities needed to defeat the big bad and save the day. The movie even breezes past most of the childhood portion of the game using images from the original game. Yeah, I can see why MovieBob had to concede that audiences who wouldn't know a metal slime from a hole in the ground wouldn't be able to make head or tail of this movie, despite it being a fairly simple thing in the Joseph Campbell hero with a thousand faces mythic cycle sense. And even though we're introduced to our hero's choice of love interests, a kind nobleman's daughter and a working-class tomboy of a wizardess, as 16-bit sprites, they both get enough screen time that I was able to care about them and their part to play in the overall narrative, which goes absolutely bonkers in the third act and requires, yep, you guessed it,
This station is conducting a test of the emergency
spoiler warning, hoot, hoot, put it on mute.
System. This is only a test.
Okay, are you ready for this? See, here's the thing. Dragon Quest Your Story has about as literal a title as you can get, considering we're watching a faithful recreation of the fan-favorite game of the series, right up until it isn't. See, there's a point in every Dragon Quest game where, just when you've defeated the big bad looking to unleash the bigger bad on the world, the big bad succeeds despite being defeated and unleashing the bigger bad. In DQ5, this takes the form of the evil priest Ladia and his master, the demon lord Nimzo. But just as our hero, Luca by name, is about to take on Nimzo for all the marbles, he doesn't show up. Instead, a decidedly different-looking creature looking for all the world like the unholy spawn of Venom and Hexadecimal from Reboot, essentially turns off the universe and reveals to, hey, guess what, manlet? None of this was real. This is all part of a VR recreation of DQ5 that you've only been jacked into for a few hours, despite it feeling like a lifetime. Gotcha! Oh, by the way, my creator has a message for you. You need to stop playing video games for kids and get a life. Yeah, it turns out Luca is actually a young man playing a VR version of a Dragon Quest game, and this monster is actually a virus some sadistic jagoff injected into the game's code to troll anyone playing it. And here's the kicker, not only are we treated to memories of Luca, the real person playing Dragon Quest after a bad day at school, but we also get the mother of all Patrick Stewart speeches about how, even if the games were never real, the memories and the story and the experiences were real enough to get Luca through some pretty tough times. Enter our slime buddy Gootrude, who reveals that he's actually a vaccine program who'd been waiting for someone like Luca to help him wipe out this virus and let him beat the game the old-fashioned way. Yeah, MovieBob, you want to take this one?
They blow up the entire reality and stakes of their whole movie in the last 5 minutes for just a total genre-bending twist in order to basically give a handjob to the concept of ultra-devout Dragon Quest fandom.
That took huevos. Seriously, you need a large pair of brass ones to basically blow up your whole narrative to give a stern rebuke to any killjoy oh, you still have emotional attachment to flights of fancy and childish make-believe? What a maroon! What an ignoramus! That was a creative risk, and these filmmakers took that risk, and I respect them for doing so. Yeah, you're either going to be on board or not for the silliness of watching someone else play the second and third acts of a JRPG with all the silly spell names and enemies exploding into coins and all. But I was on board the whole time, and I also appreciate the ending's overall message of what a thing is doesn't matter as much as what it means to you. After all, since the film's title, this is your story. Once again, MovieBob, you have the floor.
Eventually, Time and Tide strips away the authorial intent behind almost any piece of art and gradually supplants it with the meaning conferred by the audience. Yes, even art that was specifically calculated to sell you on a religion, on a country, on an investment firm, or on a truck that transforms into a robot.
4 spellbooks out of 4. I love this movie, and as you well know, if I love it, I'm gonna want to share it. Even with people who, again, wouldn't know a metal slime from a hole in the ground. Jeez, just Google Dragon Quest.
Jeez!
Soon, Mr. Ducky, we shall drink the fear of those who mocked us!